You've each agreed to abide by the League of Women Voters rules, and I want to also remind you of a few key ground rules. First off, each candidate is invited to make a 1-minute introduction.
It's like the Brady
Each
Bunch.
subsequent question, each candidate will have 1.5 minutes to answer. Prior to tonight's forum, a random draw was completed to determine the order which the candidates were made aware of in advance, and the order will alternate for each question. The questions will also be posted in the chat box, so I will not be repeating them for each candidate. To keep the discussion flowing, candidates will be expected to keep all answers to 1.5 minutes. Thank you to Louise from the League for keeping us on time. Please wait to begin until the timer has started. The timer clock will be visible to all. As moderator, I may have to cut you off so that we can stay on schedule, and I guarantee you it is not personal, and I will not hesitate to do so. So please do be mindful of time. We have a large panel and a lot of substantive questions. Lastly, we ask that candidates please speak at a steady pace for our captioner and translators to relay clearly what you are saying.
Yeah, five.
And without
five
further
candidates.
ado, I would like to welcome our candidates. I think I
Taylor,
see
Councilmember
5
Tao,
of the 7 expected participants
Reed,
up here,
Raymond,
so hopefully we
Seneca
can get the other
Scott.
2 joined as soon as possible. But we will go ahead and start with our first introduction. We are going to start with Trevor Reed. I would now invite you to make a 1-minute introduction, telling us what makes you the most suited to be our next mayor. And as you make your introduction, I would ask that you please also state how you would like to be addressed during this forum. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Trevor Reed. I'm running to serve as mayor to deliver for all of us. We know that Oakland is on the wrong track, and we deserve more for all of us to live, housed, and to thrive safely in Oakland with change, accountability, action, and results. I've been on city council since last year, and it's been long enough to see what's not working, but short enough not to lose my hunger for change. My experience boils down to 2 words: action and accountability. I'm a resilient single mother, raised my daughter in Oakland. I've run a small business, served in state government as a senior aide to Nancy Skinner. I've led Fortune 500 business success and served deeply with community, including on the board of SAHA and community education partnerships, supporting our houseless and highly mobile OUSD students. I was raised to make a way out of no way. And that means also producing and assuring that we are preserving and protecting our community with the housing needs that they deserve. Oaklanders deserve housing action now. And hold me accountable.
Thank you. Next 1-minute introduction, please, Shang Tao.
Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to be here with you all. My name is Tao. You could call me Shang. I'm a daughter of refugees, a single mom, and not just that, but I had the pleasure of graduating valedictorian here in our city of Oakland at Merritt College. Also, I have the endorsement of the majority of all the council members on the Oakland City Council. I have 10 years of experience at City Hall itself, so I understand through and through the beast of what City Hall is. And that is why I am the most effective council member on the city council today. All of my projects in my district have either already broken ground or have been completed. And so I am running to be your next mayor because we have many multiple crises, and I do have a plan and not just a vision, but I know how to implement, execute it, and not just that, but know how to pay for it. We are at a crossroads right now of building an Oakland for who, and I want to make sure that we keep our diversity and ensure that every family who have been here for generations can still continue to live here, work here, and play here.
Thank you. Next, John Raymond. And you are on mute, John.
Okay, how's that? You can call me John, Oakland Socialist. Oakland, like everywhere else, we have in Oakland, working class Oakland and corporate Oakland, with corporate Oakland dominated by the real estate developers and the banksters. Anybody who claims to be for, quote, all of Oakland is either naive or hoping you were naive. They are in the camp of the real estate developers, as proven by the fact that every other candidate supports the Howard Street Terminal boondoggle. And don't be fooled by the community benefits scam. It is just perfuming a turd. I'm the only candidate with a track record of opposing this privatizing, gentrifying, budget-busting project. I'm also the only candidate who explains that Oakland cannot escape the twin disasters of global warming and the return to power of the fascist-linked Republican Party. Any attempt to try to ignore that is just simply shuffling around the lounge chairs on the decks of the Titanic.
Thank you, John. Next, we have Seneca Scott. 1 minute, please.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for inviting me. I think everyone here who's been following my campaign knows that my slogan is "We deserve better," and that's why I'm running. By the way, you can call me Seneca for the duration of this event. And I'm running to restore the power to the neighbors of Oakland. If you've ever felt that your voice isn't heard in City Hall and that you're being ignored, I'm the candidate for you. I'm qualified because I've negotiated contracts with the city of Oakland. I've negotiated contracts and MOUs in my job 10 years ago as the East Bay Director for SCIU for every East Bay city and most municipalities, including BART and the Port of Oakland and several sanitation districts. So I know how budgets work, how cities work, and I know how to get a deal done. But most importantly, now that I no longer represent unions, I represent neighbors. No one else is in that lane, and I have a plan for an accountable Oakland that I can't wait to share with you tonight.
Thank you. Next up, Lauren Taylor. 1 minute, please.
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauren Taylor. I am a husband to Dr. Erica Taylor, a father to Cameron and Manny. They went to the same public elementary school that I attended as a kid. I'm a professional biomedical engineer, operations and innovation consultant, turned entrepreneur, and now elected representative of District 6 in Oakland City Hall. But at my core, I'm a kid from Oakland. My roots go 3 generations deep. My grandparents moved here from the Jim Crow South in the 1940s, and they landed in Harbor Homes, government housing projects on land currently owned by the Port of Oakland today. I stand in front of you as evidence of promises that were kept and dreams that were fulfilled. The unfortunate reality is that those promises are not available to most Oaklanders today. I'm running to ensure that Oakland does deliver on its promise. I am the leader that Oakland needs beyond having deep roots and connections to the city. I'm a proven problem solver, solving tough problems before coming into office, aggressively hitting our toughest challenges head on in office, and look forward to doing the same as Oakland's next mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. And next up, Ignacio De La Fuente. We invite you to give a 1 minute introduction and tell us why you are the most suited to be our next mayor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the time, and I really uphold what you do for our community for many, many years. So my name is Ignacio De La Fuente. I had the opportunity to serve as city council member in District 5 for over 20 years. I've worked with EBHO and many, many projects. I'm running back. I left in 2012, and I'm coming back, and I'm running back because I believe the city is in trouble. The city is in a crisis, and I believe there is needs someone with experience and the political will to actually make the decisions that need to be made in order to get the city back on track. When I left the city 10 years ago, it was not the way it is today. The city is going down. The city is broken. The city is a city that you cannot park your car. The streets are not clean. But most of all, when citizens are attacked and brought their lives. So I'm coming back and running just for the basics to make sure that we get the city back on track. So thank you very much for the time, and I'll be ready for your questions.
Thank you. All right. Now we are going to move into
get her promoted as a panelist. I will like us to make sure we give her
Alyssa Victory has technical difficulties
introduction
here.
And to answer this question and to respect the order. And I just thank everyone for your patience. The back end here with tech is a situation. Thank you everyone for being accommodating.
This is awful.
Yes, this is much easier in person. Thank you. And please flag it for me because I won't see. So thank you, Dolores.
It's not easier in person.